Yo, what's up, guys? It's Jack, and welcome back. And yes, your eyes do not deceive you. You are seeing Black Ops 3. It's like for the longest time I was posting Black Ops 2. And yes, part of the reason for that was because, well, with COD 2017, aka World War II, coming back to boots on the ground, just figures to make sense. But, Black Ops 3 was still a great game, so welcome back. And this is the gameplay that you're going to see here is two free-for-alls, and also it makes sense, especially since I'm getting back into playing Call of Duty now since I've been on the Halo binge, but now I've just had the desire to play Call of Duty again, so here we are. Now, enough of that. So, about today's video, the Destiny gameplay, well, I don't know if it's going to be a trailer or a full reveal. I'm not entirely sure if that's the way they're going to do it. It's not Call of Duty, so you can't just say they're just going to do a trailer and then that's it. I think it's going to be a stream, but anyway. The gameplay reveal will be officially released tomorrow, and it's going to be unveiled. And, I really enjoyed the first Destiny. I just couldn't stick around to playing with it for more than a month or two or whatnot. And I really, really respect Bungie and what they've done, not just over the years, but with Destiny, because it's true. My best friend said it best. He said that it's a first-person shooter that not quite like any other, and to that I give him credit. Obviously, there are things that Destiny has been inspired from, obviously, but I want to discuss what I want in the game as well as from what I want in the multiplayer. Most of what I want is multiplayer. I don't. If they put enough variety into the single player, so that way the grinding is not as repetitive, like you're not doing the exact same thing over and over and over again. Although that is part of the grind, and although it is part of the formula for that specific game. I personally don't think it'll be hard for Bungie to make, to turn up the variety factor, because even with a game like the new Zelda that came out, that game has a ton of variety. Granted, it has a lot of repetition as well, but again, there's a lot of variety in it as well. So, with that being said, I think Bungie can implement a more similar type of formula to their game in terms of the single player and even in the multiplayer as well. Who knows? But granted, there are rumors that have been released already, supposed leaks or whatnot, but I'm not going to get into that because I haven't been following it enough. But it's very simple. A couple of the things that I do want are probably not going to come true, or at the same time, who knows? I might be surprised. I may just get what I want. But the very first thing I want to talk about is 60 frames per second. I really want a Destiny 2 that plays at 60 frames per second. Now, it's understandable as to why they did 30 frames in the first game, because with all the action going on at the same time, and with all the different things going on, and you have the amount of enemies on screen, explosions, and stuff like that, the gameplay would be a lot smoother with 30 frames. But with that being said, I don't think it's impossible for them to attempt to do 60. A lot of AAA titles have moved on to the 60 frame per second route, such as obviously Halo being one of them. But who knows? We may just get it. I just love the smooth, silky 60 frames per second. So that's very basic, but at the same time, it has a 50-50 chance of it, whether it'll happen or not. So, but one can only hope, right? Okay, the next thing that I want is I just want an overall more balanced multiplayer, or Crucible. The weapon balancing was something that was off at first. At first, only auto rifles were good, and then after that, it turned into the handguns being only good or whatnot, or a certain type of gun. I think the weapon balancing is something that needs to be tweaked a little bit, as well as the fact that there's just like, I understand that the game being cheesy and being super casual is part of the formula, and I respect it. I respect it a lot. But at the same time, I don't believe that a person that has been playing first-person shooters for the last, let's say, decade should be getting their ass handed to them by somebody who's been playing it for like a week. So, you see what I'm getting at here? Kind of like what Infinite Warfare did wrong with its whole aim assist, to where more people are aiming like people that have been playing forever now because of the increased aim assist in that game. But anyway, I'm not gonna waste my time talking about that. But you guys get you guys can see what I'm getting at here. One thing I could tell you is, like, for instance, the supers. Not the biggest problem in the world, but it was a little too cheesy, a little too easy to get kills or whatnot. It's just press a couple buttons and then you get and then you get somebody that basically can just kill you in one shot effortlessly. So I think there needs to be at least some degree of skill, involved in the game. Again, it doesn't have to be like the most technical shooter, obviously, but there just needs to be a fine balance there. And let's see, what else do I want? I wouldn't mind a few more game modes. I'm not too obviously the game modes that were in the original Destiny game. There was all the essentials were there. You had your deathmatch, you had your domination. I know that these were called different game modes. I think it was deathmatch, and then there was control, and then there was free for all or rumble or something like that. Please excuse me. It's been quite a while since I've even looked or even watched or played Destiny, but you guys know the drill. It has its basics there, but I think there's a room for maybe a couple more different kind of game modes, a little bit more variety to kind of spice things up a little bit. And the map design, now granted, Destiny is its own beast, so it will take some getting used to, but I think the map design could be improved a little bit. I think there could be a little bit more balance in the maps, so that way every weapon can be viable for every situation instead of constantly relying on one spot of the map. And that's how you can get people moving. If the map is balanced, you can get people moving. And that's actually the reason why in Halo I played nothing but Team Marina and more recently now the HCS Summer playlist, because the maps are the best. The maps that are in that rotation are the best ones, in my opinion, and the more balanced ones. And it's the only game that I've ever really played competitive on. The same competitive settings that the pros do. I don't even do that with Call of Duty, and Call of Duty is a game that I've been playing the most in these last 6 to 7 years. So that just goes to show you, it's all these little things make a difference, and when you add them all up, it can really make a difference. And they're, according to the rumors, customization is gonna be up the wazoo now. There's gonna be a lot more, there's gonna be less limits to what you can do, which is great. And with that being said, if those rumors are true, I personally think that it's going to carry on to other things like the multiplayer, as well as the different things, the different kinds of variety that you'll be able to do in the single player, with the raids and with the exploration and all that kind of stuff. And Bungie is very, very well known in being able to do these things, not just because of what they did in the 10 years they spent with Halo, but also because of their ambition just to make something completely different. And they have already proven themselves that they are very capable developers. So I have very little doubts that most of what the Destiny community has been wanting are going to be met. But I don't know exactly what other Destiny players are saying in terms of multiplayer, but for me personally, if they did those things, and again, the 60 frames per second is not necessarily a deal breaker, it's just something that I would prefer. But personally speaking, if they even do like half of some of the things that I mentioned in this video, which I guarantee you half is, they're going to do a hell of a lot more, I think, as well. I think that we're in for a great year of not just multiplayer first-person shooters, but also for a great year of Destiny, because even though I haven't played it in a long time, I have been kind of just watching behind the scenes a little bit. And what the community has been saying, that within every expansion, especially the latest one as well, like the game has overall, like right now with everything that they've added into the game these couple years later since its release, it feels like what Destiny should have been when it was released, because it feels like a complete game now. They've made adjustments. Now, granted, it's not perfect, and there's still things that need to be tweaked and worked on. But again, at the same time, that's what the sequel's for. So there is definitely great potential there. And for me personally, even though the first game didn't necessarily win me over as much as I wanted it to, or I thought it would, it still got my respect because of what it simply accomplished, and for simply just putting itself out there and being something that is quite different. And you know what? I can respect that. So it's ballsy. So therefore, the chances of us seeing changes and a little bit more versatility in the game is something that is good. It's actually very healthy. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they have to reveal tomorrow, as well as the potential of what they will reveal at E3. But I think the that it's going to be a really good year for Destiny and me, especially if I like what I see during E3 and then tomorrow, and probably God knows if they'll have a beta, which they probably will, because I mean they will probably have a beta. They might even announce it. Who knows? But hey, look, I met a friend. But I'm really excited and curious to see what they're gonna add on to it, and I'm really looking forward to it, because I really would, you know, if a sequel is all about improvement and taking it to the next level, I think Destiny 2 is going to give me what I originally wanted in Destiny 1, and then maybe some more. So I have every reason to look forward to it, and I'm very optimistic. I actually have every reason to be. So let me know down in the comment section, guys. What do you think? What do you want the most out of Destiny 2 for you guys that play it? And multiplayer-wise, single-player-wise, anything at all. Anything is open down in the comment section below, as you guys know. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, let me know. And if you didn't, let me know what I can do to make my videos better. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.